Welcome to My Utmost for His Highest for February 9th. Woof! Are you spiritually exhausted? Let's look at Isaiah 40 verse 28. I love Isaiah 40:28. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary. His understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But the one whose hope is in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Are you exhausted spiritually? Exhaustion means that our vital energies are completely worn out and spent. Spiritual exhaustion is never the result of sin, but of service. Whether or not you experience exhaustion will depend on where you get your supplies. Jesus said to Peter, "Feed my sheep," but he gave him nothing with which to feed them. John 21:17. The process of being made broken bread and poured out wine means that you have to be the nourishment for the other people's souls until they learn to feed on God. They must drain you completely to the very last drop. But be careful to replenish your supply, or you will quickly be utterly exhausted. Until others learn to draw on the life of the Lord Jesus directly, they will have to draw on His life through you. You must literally be their source of supply until they can learn to take their nourishment from God. We owe it to God to be our best for His lambs and sheep, as well as for Him. Have you ever delivered yourself over to exhaustion because of the way you have been serving God? I have. If so, then renew and rekindle your desires and affections. Examine your reasons for service. Is your source based on your own understanding, or is it grounded on the redemption of Jesus Christ? Continually look back to the foundation of your love and affection and remember where your source of power lies. You have no right to complain, "Oh Lord, I'm so exhausted." He saved and sanctified you to exhaust you. Be exhausted for God, but remember that He is your supply. All my springs are in you. Psalm 87:7. That was really good. It's a good reminder that when we are to feed His lambs, people who don't know about Jesus, that we do need to almost exhaust ourselves. Sometimes we serve people kind of just occasionally or haphazardly. You need to be there for people. And, like he's saying there, it's okay to exhaust yourself because you are just having to spoon feed people maybe at the beginning and do a lot for them. But eventually, what? They learn to feed themselves, and then they grow up, and then they go help somebody else as well. But we always have to go back and be fed again, right? And get our strength and renew our spirit by spending time with God. So I really like that. It's a good reminder that I need to probably serve more so I feel more exhausted. But it's a good exhaustion because you're giving of yourself. You're pouring yourself out. But then God's going to fill you back up so then you can pour yourself out for someone else. But also it kind of talked in there about maybe if you're serving for the wrong reasons, you might get exhausted because you're doing things the wrong way. And I think I've been guilty of that sometimes too. So it's always important to realize and ask God, where am I supposed to serve and how am I supposed to do it? And am I doing things His way or my way? So we want to exhaust ourselves doing things His way for His people. It's a good feeling to be exhausted that way. Make sure you get yourself filled back up, and I'll see you back here tomorrow to get filled up again. You can order your own copy of the My Utmost for His Highest devotional book by going to utmost.org. And I would love to answer any questions you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com. And I hope you go out and shine for Him today. See you tomorrow.